All right, breaking news. Right in the middle of being live with Kian, got a message from Future with a new clip from the year 2023. And he said, I was trying to download it and was unable. And I said, did you post this publicly anywhere? And he said, no, you're the first person I sent it to. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. And which is, so the reason we're going to watch it. Look, I figured it out.
He's legit, man.
I figured it out.
This guy is legit.
Okay, so Kian was just with Future in Memphis. You got any like nice things to say about your experience,
man,
or just
he's
interesting?
A terrible guy.
Yeah, I heard.
No, but
I heard he's like super arrogant and bitter about like how he doesn't get enough recognition.
No, man, he's a super cool guy. He's very true to the craft, and he's just an amazing dancer. I mean, just kind of observing him from afar.
Mm-hmm.
This guy is just fucking crazy with concepts and dancing and grooving all put together. I mean, I think if you were to cypher battle him, I just don't think he could be beat. He's
really?
Just,
Do you really think that? Do you want to? Are you going to go on record with that? Like Ticticpop, Guchan,
I mean, I can't say for a fact.
No, I know, of course.
But
I'm
I'd
just
say
throwing
definitely.
names at you.
I think, especially, because
Slim.
Man, we
he
don't
has more
know.
styles though than Slim. That's the thing.
man.
A cipher battle.
See, I've done more cipher battles, and it's a totally different kind of a person and energy to be good at those.
Yeah.
So we don't know if a lot of these amazing showcase poppers could really do.
Yeah.
But I know he's very proven, and I've watched him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Him and Frantic would be a crazy cipher battle.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, I'd say, man, he's one of the best.
Yeah, for
when
sure.
it comes to that.
For sure.
I think he'd be extremely hard to beat in a cipher.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah. Just because of the styles, like you were saying.
And the cardio.
Yeah.
He doesn't gas.
No.
I don't. I feel like there's very few times I've ever seen him.
It's
gas
almost
out.
purposely trained.
Yeah.
To be like that.
Yeah,
to
totally.
Extend the battle and like to have the stamina.
Right.
And
in
the
fact,
more skinnier, I think it helps for that.
And
too.
just to let the audience know that I'm into stuff. I was on Twitter last night and I saw, oh shit, it's UFC, and Stipe Miocic and Francis Ngannou were fighting, and I quickly found a pirate stream, and so I saw that fight, and the guy Stipe won because he basically just caused the other guy to gas out.
Wow.
Like there was one guy with so much punching power, and this is so, I can't believe this is so random I'm going here, but I actually took a huge lesson from it, because this guy Francis Ngannou is like this giant black guy that would be so intimidating, right? But what the guy Stipe did is he just stayed far enough away from him, because this is a guy who just hits you one time and you're unconscious.
Right.
And he got him into grappling things, and then he just kind of literally, there were like 3 rounds where he just held his neck down and just weighed on him and just slowly like drained his energy until it was almost like Andre the Giant. He just like couldn't punch anymore, like in The Princess Bride.
Wow.
So it was a real lesson to me that even the toughest guy can be beat, like the most athletic guy, if you can get him to gas out.
Yeah.
And that's like a whole strategy. So
yeah, definitely. I think in sports you're seeing it more and more.
Yeah.
Like those people coming out.
Yeah, with crazy cardio that just like, you might be able to beat them, but you're going to gas before you can. So anyway, we got some exclusive footage, never before seen. This is the first time this has ever happened on the show. Like, whoa.
This is awesome.
This is
man.
awesome. Ticticpop. This is like live breaking news. Okay, so we're gonna go to another page. Like usually, this is not how I do this. So technically, I hope this works. And we have never seen this footage. We haven't even watched the 26 seconds. We're just like trying to get this ready. So here we go. So we're now full screen. I can't see if this is working, but we're going to hope for the best. In fact, I got to do one audio. So let's get it down to about there, maybe even slower. Okay, that's gonna be decent. So I'm gonna start this over because I haven't been watching.
Okay.
All right. So this is he's probably still in Memphis, maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
I think it's Washington.
Okay,
I'm not sure.
back in
I'm
DC.
assuming.
All right. Let's see.
Wow. There's like these groove tots.
Yeah, groove tots. Oh, I like it. I see a lot of Rashad influence now. Like sort of more focused on feeling than being perfect. It's like he's been focused on being perfect for so, or I don't know if he's been focused on it, but
this is fucking crazy, man. It's like, dude, he's doing so many things at once. It's really kind of crazy. This is kind of like the Memphis Juke and groove kind of thing.
yeah, like bopping juke strut. See, I don't know. This to me is not 2023. This is like 1964 or something. I just really, what I see with Rashad, and now I'm seeing it with Future, is just more interested in exploration than in being good.
Right.
And I think I don't think that that's good for everybody, but for guys at this level, I think that's super awesome.
It's like a common thing. Like bringing back the old is kind of the new. Is
Yeah,
is
I
bringing
agree.
back the
Yeah,
old.
I agree. Yeah, maybe this is 2023 and I just have had the wrong idea of what 2023 is going to look like.
He's staying with the concept a long time. I mean, this is kind of... I'm pretty bad at doing what he's doing right now.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, fuck.
Wow. Nice. All right, again. Shout out to this dude.
Wow.
What are you seeing? No wow, no more wows allowed. What do you see?
So I see him kind of fixed pointing and grooving at the same time, and then connecting it with his like shoulder and chest.
Mm-hmm.
But then he's really trying to keep the groove while being very conceptual, and I feel like that's one of like the best things about Future is he stays conceptual and is staying groovy. And
Nice.
I think that's like one of the biggest accomplishments for him, you know?
And for what it's worth, that in my time with Brian Green, that is so difficult. It is so difficult to maintain a groove. Like I feel like we're seeing duck tuts here, and I would think that part of the reason is it's just so difficult to maintain awareness in multiple things at the same time. Like usually, so basically the simple way of saying that is you can groove or you can do a concept. And your brain doing a groove and a concept at the same time is absolutely one of those things.
Yeah.
It's not natural at all.
And I think that like in music, one part becomes unconscious and maybe the other layer becomes conscious.
That's what you have to
switch.
do. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You have to. It's almost like a better analogy is it's like playing the piano with both hands independently.
Right.
You have to have it so unconscious in your body that you can do that.
Yeah, like the chords and the
spin,
bass,
man.
chords and the melody.
Yeah. What's exciting to me about this on the second viewing is that I feel like it humanizes, this style humanizes Future a bit, who I feel like even that tut can be critiqued right there. That angle, let me pause it. I have difficulty with all this different setup. That those angles, that's not
Mhm.
those are not perfect angles, and I feel like he's had perfect angles for so long that to me the letting go of that signals like a switch in focus, which I think is super cool. And I see it again, I see it in Rashad too, and it's sort of like the way I experience it is like when you hear that like you're a Star Wars fan or something and you hear they're making like a new Star Wars, because what this signals to me is that they're now both going into this phase of like becoming a new version of themselves. So until all that stuff gets the new things, until that gets into their body where they don't have to think about it, you're going to have to sacrifice some things that you've been known for, like perfect lines and
Wow.
perfect angles, and that's just kind of how it goes. And I feel like a lot of people can get stuck there, and they're so scared that people are going to be like, but your lines aren't clean like they used to be, that they don't let themselves grow.
Yeah, that's a huge point, man. I think sometimes being sloppy loosens you up in a weird way creatively, and a lot of times I'm trying to think of this one example. Um, yeah, I kind of just blew out. Forgot.
Okay, he Kian gassed.
Yeah,
Kian
I
gassed
forgot.
on the commentary.
Fuck.
He commentary gassed. It's all good. It's a lot.
Yeah.
I meant to tell him this. Icon said it's like, wow, bro, it's more work than it's harder than I thought. Like it's a lot of, and yeah, all those tuts are like in terms of their cleanliness, but I don't think I've ever seen Future be this sloppy. When I mean that in the most exciting way, because that was a dope concept.
Oh, I was gonna say this. I
yeah,
remember it. Sorry.
Wait, one sec. This whole like jump in the air, strut, jump,
I see it.
like falling tut. And that was so musical. Wow, that to the synth right there. Okay, you can continue.
Yeah, I think like it's funny when I was in Memphis and looking at the Jookers, they wave.
Right there, that was super musical.
They wave kind of sloppy, but it's for a purpose. It's a lot more like groovier sometimes to do a sloppier wave than a straighter one, because it takes more time to do a straighter one, while you have more control of how fast you do the wave when it's shorter, when it's more of a sloppy angle. So you could do a quicker wave that, as opposed to like that takes more time. So sometimes if you want to like really control the wave, making it short and kind of sloppy may help you. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, definitely all these other dance styles have different emphases, right? Like when I see strobe wave, it's not like seeing like function wave or taco wave. It's clear that there's a different, like the waving has to fit in the framework of whatever that turf foundation is. And if you were to like break into the kind of what we would consider like a dope isolated wave, you might have to switch the feeling.
Right. It's crazy. And also the audience doesn't really relate to that wave so much. They actually relate to watching the goofy, funky robot wave. So it's actually more relatable is another aspect of it. It was something, when I saw it, I was like, dude, they get that wave than the super technical elbow rotating, shoulder up, shoulder isolation thing,
Yeah. Huh. It's very interesting. I think I've mentioned this a few times, but it comes back to me to this idea when I was hanging out with Andre, and he was telling me like how important the difference, not with waving, but just in general, the difference between that and that is.
Right.
Like if you're going to hold your arm like that or you're going to hold your arm like that, like which way the elbow is rotated, and that each of those gives like a completely different thing to the audience. And because Andre to me is fundamentally kind of a troll, it was hard for me to like tell if like, are you serious? But I think he's serious.
Yeah.
And I think that it's interesting to consider the fact that like if you want to be relatable to an audience, being the most technical dancer in the world
Yes.
is not necessarily going to be the way to get you there.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That audiences, in general, my mime teacher talked about this a lot.
Mhm.
Audiences will always choose feeling and intention over technique. So if
Yes.
two people are like doing they're pulling a rope or something in a mime way, the one that they feel is seeing the rope and feeling the rope, they'll like more, even if, for instance, that one's kind of like that. It's like the technique isn't all there versus the one that's kind of like, watch as I demonstrate my perfect technique. They'll be like, oh, that's cool, like impressive, but I like that guy better. So, yeah, man. This is the first. I love it. I feel like it's like TMZ or something, like Ticticpop exclusive.
Wow.
Fresh out the oven. I have a feeling that was like potentially recorded today. Wouldn't that be cool if one day we're like doing commentaries on people that are like live streaming while they're live streaming? I like that. That's fun.
Dope. That was a dope clip.
All right, thanks. Thanks, Future.
What's up,
Talk.
Future?
Future. You know what? If I have a favor to ask everybody who watches these comments, Future was saying he's got to get out here to talk and to make videos and stuff. So I would encourage anyone in the comments to say, yes, Future, we want you to be out here making videos with Otis. And it'll be super embarrassing if no one. I almost am scared that I just said that because there's a chance people like there's no one's gonna say that, and then he's gonna be like, oh, maybe that's not that important actually, come to think of it. Anyway, thanks, bro. You know, both of us, especially me, have like tremendous, just huge respect, and thanks for thinking of us out here on the internet. All right, peace.